We have a saying around here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no brains, no headache.
Well, hello, boys.
What's up? What's up?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Welcome to episode 206 of No Brains, No Headache podcast. My name is Jordan Wyke. I'm going to be your host today. Damn glad to do it. Happy to be here. I'm just all sorts of excited to be across from my co-host, confidant, longtime friend, fellow comedian. Some call him Matt. I call him Ongo. Matt, let me ask you something. When's the last time somebody called you a cocksucker?
You did probably last Thursday, last time I saw you, yep.
Okie dokie. How are you otherwise? What have you been up to? What's going on in your world?
Just working, grinding away. You were dressed to the nines right now.
Hitting the old grindstone. Yeah, it's a little cold, we're in the middle of the summer. We are in the height of the summer. Technically just started if we're looking at that calendar, but we are in the dog days of summer. So that means we're back full circle to hard nipples. When you go to an establishment, you and I, we do stand-up comedy. So we're at these several bars throughout the area. We're doing open mics, we're doing shows, whatever. I get hard nipples a lot there because it's so cold. The door's opening. The stage is just it's not very insulated very well. Then you get to the springtime. It's a nice, comfortable temperature, both inside and out. Now we are in the middle of summer, starting to get that really warm weather. The AC is blasting. My nipples are so goddamn hard, so I had to put on some extra layers. For those watching on YouTube, I'll actually stand up. Yep.
Dude, those rip-away Kansas Jayhawk pants have to be worth some good money. But did you ever have, rip-away pants or, the ones that you could unzip turn your pants into shorts?
I did have a set of both, but you have to be careful with the ripaways. Some malfunctions are destined to happen. Funny thing, Matt, we went to a private establishment for our education, yet when it came to sports, we could hardly afford anything. And I wish I had rip-away pants and matching jerseys for when we were playing the basketball days.
I remember, it was the biggest deal when we got, warm-up shirts for basketball.
So just basic
we're
cotton.
Yeah, we're the NBA now. It's we're one step away.
This is pretty much the show. And then, I got the old track jacket on here. I bought this at a garage sale, or as the Canadians say it, the garage sale. And, I'm pretty sure the guy died in it 2 days before I bought it, so...
A good wash on hot will take out any death stains.
Yeah, there was a death stain in this, and then I got rid of it. So, yeah, you know what? I'm just wearing a comfortable little outfit. We were getting ready. I can tell that we're happy to be here, but I can also tell that we're maybe not the most prepared because we sat and bullshitted for about an hour.
Yeah,
you know what? Should we? We started talking about what we want to talk about on the show. And when we start doing
that's good podcasting.
Yeah, it's what you should do when you start a podcast? Talk about everything beforehand and take all the good points.
We'll just recap everything. Yep, we're doing well. I'll say the one bad thing about rip-away pants or the pants, I'll start with the pants that you unzip for shorts.
Can we get a name for that? What do we call those?
We'll call them hybrid pants.
Yeah. Murphy pants. Murphy shorts.
Yeah, it's like a Murphy bed, but Murphy shorts. Yeah. So those eventually just become shorts because you lose the pants almost immediately.
Yes.
Or your mom does the laundry and you're like, why do I have a bunch of pant legs in here? It's it's because I shit my pants and I only put the legs back in there.
The zip away, the Murphy shorts, pants, whatever you want to call them. Very unique.
And
how often are you wearing though? That's spring weather, where we're located at, where it's chilly in the morning, but hit the afternoon, it's hot out. So you can start with the pants, you end the day with the shorts.
Should we start that trend, going into work today with pants on, and then you zip.
You come home and you got your lunch pail that you had some food in, so you set those down to do dishes, and then in there you also find the bottoms of your pants. I got to do some laundry. Not going to do itself.
And the rip-away pants, I would say the worst part about them is when you would fall over on them and the button would hit your hip as you fell over.
It is very indestructible buttons they have.
Or when your friends figure out what pantsing is and you basically just give them one for free.
Yeah. I think, though, the way to beat pantsing is to just be confident in your buttocks / penis.
I was gonna say have a huge dong, and then
you'll be
and then you just welcome pantsing.
Yeah, where it's just like don't pants Dave. He wants you to pants. He's got a surprise. You're gonna end up being on the losing end there.
He's gonna throw out his tripod on you.
Yeah, if you just embrace the fact of pantsing, I think people, that's, you got to be embarrassed. And you just got to it's a real embarrassing experience overall. And if you're not embarrassed, if you're confident in your cock and balls, then people aren't going to pants you. Are we bringing it back? TBD, I would say. I don't want to put out an allegation like that, but are we bringing pantsing back? We could. We're wearing a lot of shorts right now. I just said it. We're in the height of summertime, so now is not the time to be bringing pantsing back. If you're buying stock in pantsing right now, that is like buying stock in, who are we talking about? Oh, yeah, media personality. She was getting really hot for a while there, no names. And now she's just not. So,
speaking of hawk, so the hawk to it girl,
I believe it's hawk Tuah.
Yeah. It unlocked something in me that it really revs my engine when a girl has like a southern accent like that.
To be honest, I watched the video once, but there's been so many memes. I know exactly what she looks like. I know exactly what's going on. The Hawk 2 girl, she pretty much put a kibosh to Pride Month, I would say.
She broke Pride.
However, I mean, like gay men who are gay for other men, they could also Hawk 2 it technically. So it's not a completely straight thing. It can still, oversee the lines of gayness into the gay community. A blowjob's a blowjob, okay? There's no jobs like a blowjob, you know what I'm saying? So that defines it. However, she overtook the month.
She broke the internet. Like
I wonder what she's up to right now.
Making money. I know right now she went from 0 followers to over, like, as we speak now, she's probably at 35,000.
And what happens then? Say you go viral. Do you just call into your normal job? If you're a paper pusher, a cocksucker, whatever you want to call it. I mean, she is a cocksucker because the Hawk Tuah thing kind of, clearly defined that. But if you're just got one of those corporate America, do you just call in right away and say, you know what, this isn't going to work out. I'm about to get a deal from what's that company that they make the ball trimmers? That one.
The lawnmower.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Landscape. No, not landscape.
Manscaped. I'm going to get a promo code on Manscaped, and I'm going to be set for a while. So I don't need to work this, legal assistant job anymore. I know you guys are going to fire me anyway for going viral for talking about oral sex on the internet. And that happens from time to time.
Yeah, I don't know. This girl has it going, but honestly, if like this podcast went super, super viral and they were like, here's a ton of endorsements, I'd be like, here's my resignation papers from my own job.
You're going to fire yourself from the podcast?
Yes.
It's like last episode, we had a little bit of a miscommunication, but you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're firing yourself.
Honestly, we have a lot of those because I was like, Jordan, I was thinking about making a bat mixed drink, and I have a Chicago Cubs like bat that you get at their ballpark that I make a mixed drink out of every once in a while. Jordan's like, I thought you were going to make like a...
I said Wuhan lab bat. That's not. My mind's on Wuhan Lab right
Okay,
now.
well, I mean, you get that. This week was actually a big week for me. I won a $2,500 gift certificate to a travel company.
Heyo. What does that mean?
So basically, I could
Get a
take
bunch of hookers.
I can take an all-inclusive trip to wherever I want for $2,500.
Where are you gonna go? You think
I was either thinking,
Mandan or Jamestown?
yeah, Glendive, Montana's hot right now.
Yeah.
$2,500 gets you about 2 years in the Super 8.
That would be funny. Just can you somehow cash out that part of that 2,500 and be like, I'm going to Prairie Knights Casino. I got a week of rooms blocked.
I mean, I think what I'll end up doing is either one, going on I keep seeing this thing that I feel like would kind of be fun, is going on a cruise by yourself
Interesting.
and meeting other people and stuff.
Waking up in your bathtub without an organ or two.
Yep.
Happens all the
Be like,
time.
where's Matt? He went to St. Kitts on a cruise and they sold him.
Some
We haven't
sort
seen
of-
him since.
Is a carnival on a cruise? Some sort
Or
of carnival
grab
cruise?
some friends or someone that wants to go and like go to an all-inclusive in Mexico is I think what's going to happen. But
Well, I don't have a valid passport.
Yeah, I
so
don't
I'll
either,
take my
so-
name out of that one.
so I need to do that. But it was a
be-
big week. But as I won it at this golf tournament, and
Still golfing, huh?
yeah, it's been a tough couple weeks for your boy. But I was, I'm like, I never win these things, so I bought like 2 tickets,
To paradise.
and they were like, all right, we're gonna draw for that. And the guy I'm standing next to, I'm like, well, I better hit the can because there's no chance I'm winning this thing. And they're like, the name starts with an M, and I was like, oh shit, Matt Cleary, and I'm like, oh god.
You're like, this is awkward. I am on the toilet right
Yeah.
now. And the door's open.
I mean, yeah, I was like,
They're just handing you your envelope while you're on the can.
slide it under the stall. I'm in the handicap, so you're gonna have to push it pretty far. But yeah, so in the next year, I will be going on a weeks-long vacation.
There you go. I mean, I got scammed into a Nashville trip. So
When's that?
whenever I want.
Oh, nice.
I paid for 4 nights in a weird, sketchy hotel in
Nice.
Nashville. Yeah, that sponsored ad. It was just perfectly placed, perfectly timed. I fell right for it. But what can you do? You know, somebody go check out Nashville. Found out the Vikings play there this fall.
Oh, that'd be
so
good.
go check that
I mean, we
out.
could stay on Nashville. We can hop right into what we
What
got
do we
going.
have? I mean, okay, you won a raffle. Hawk to a girl. Rip away pants. Check, check, check. Win. Okay, yeah, let's get into the episode.
So Chat GPT country songs. I think that a lot of country artists right now, and all artists, are making their songs with Chat GPT.
Let me go on record and say, as a stand-up comedian, I have never once gone on to Chat GPT and been like, you know what, I need a fucking joke right now. Have I thought about it? Absolutely. I experience writer's block. I am volatile. I'll have 1 week where I write 15 jokes, and I'll have another week where I don't even think about laughing once the whole week.
I think that it's a good I mean, you could get a concept from it. I mean, I haven't done it per se, but I feel like one example, so Bailey Zimmerman, who I'm going to say I love this song that he came out with. It's called Hell or High Water, and it's an awesome song.
Is this already out?
Yes.
Do I know this one?
It came out like this week, and I think I've listened to it about 250 times. Like, it's a great song.
Oh, man, I've been hammering Blink-182. Go on.
It's full of like cliches and like random sayings that like it
Trucks.
just it sounds like a chat.
Whiskey. Heartbreak.
So it starts out, is it bad as it gets, or does it get better? And then like it goes
Could
through.
you sing this for us, please, to make it...
Is it bad as
Okay,
it gets?
stop the singing.
Does it get better? But like it goes through all these cliches that is
How far in until a truck is mentioned?
none. But it's like,
It's not cliche then.
cause I ain't ever see a cloud this dark. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Katy Perry.
I'm running out of places to hide.
Is that Katy Perry or is that Pink? What doesn't kill you makes you Stronger, stronger.
I thought it was you were gonna go with Kanye.
Doesn't kill you, makes you.
Nights get longer, waves get high, flames get hotter. It's literally
Kelly Clarkson. It was neither. It wasn't Katy Perry nor Pink. It was Kelly Clarkson. Imagine that. What were we saying about Bailey?
But like, look at all these like cliches like that go into the song, and I don't know if I just noticed this, and maybe every country song's full of it. Waves get higher, flames get hotter.
It's like right now, like, we're experiencing some wonderful weather. I was out on the boat, and somebody's like, "God, the sun is hot."
Yeah,
I was like,
country
no
song.
fucking shit.
Looking for a silver lining.
Bradley Cooper.
It ain't gonna be no easy ride.
Keep going.
Um,
He doesn't mention trucks.
take 2 steps back, 1 step closer.
Major setback, minor comeback. Is that in
Or
there?
Hell or High Water is also the name of a movie. So like, there's so much in this song that I think is like Chat GPT-esque.
Does he say like we need to butter her up? Like those are my sayings. Does that one point does he say time to suck today's dick? Because one day I sucked today's dick and that guy is huge. He's backed up.
I hate you so much.
I'm having a good day.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Chat GPT country songs. I think that a lot of people are using them to write them because this one song. Also, listen to the song. Not taking anything away from it. It is my favorite song right now. It's a great song. But it's just, you listen to it, you're like, wow, this is really cliche. And then it just keeps getting more and more cliche. Nick Lachey.
Love it. 98 degrees. Yeah, being an artist ourselves, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Yeah, it's tough. You know, I guess all I'm thinking about is how often am I writing jokes? You know, that's what I consider my craft. And I find inspiration through people like Matt, other comedians. Matter of fact, every time we have an open mic, I think I write a joke at open mic because somebody will say something and you kind of have a different thought about it, go down a different avenue, and then you come up with a good joke. But when I think about it, it's tough, man. I mean, I don't think I have anything fresh in my phone. I'm hosting in less than 48 hours. Am I ready? No, but will I be? Yes. I will come up with something. Last week, I talked about Justin Timberlake and Wheelchair Kid. For a majority of that, I talked about Reverse Roadhead. I went with an old joke, calling the Baltimore Bridge Slayer an Asian. It was classic. People love that stuff. But, yeah, it's tough writing new stuff. So, as far as writing songs, the artificial intelligence is going to be really interesting to see. I mean, some people's jobs is solely just to write music for other people, and that's okay.
I mean, you could do it now with Chat GPT because there's actual like TikTok.
But I don't like it. It's unoriginal. It's artificial. It ain't natural. That ain't organic. It's literally artificial.
But the thing is, it's so good now that you don't know it's not artificial.
Well, that's fake. That's fraud. We want authenticity. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, now you're just quoting Kelly Clarkson.
I can't get that song out of my head now. We may have to take a quick little break, listen to it.
You know what I was listening to today a lot, besides this song?
Group hug in the showers tonight?
A lot of Avril.
Avril Lavigne slaps. She brings an element to the table that not many can. You feel some sort of emotion in her words that is undescribable.
As a pop punk fan, Avril is one of the few chicks that I can get behind, pun intended.
Oh, I see what you did there. Show her your O face. Oh, okay. Enough with the orgasms on episode 206, No Brains, No Headache. Is artificial intelligence taking over the local arts? All of the arts. music,
And crafts.
and craft. Yeah. This pottery was made by artificial intelligence.
Just, you ever get asked to go to an arts and crafts fair and immediately say no?
No, I think we were going to do the art and wine walk thingy. That already happened, didn't it?
Good.
See, that's the summertime. It'll be just like a random Tuesday, let's say. And I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I have like one day a week where I'm a real pile of shit. Today may have been that day, but that's all right.
But like those arts and crafts fairs that you go to, that you're like
Or artificial.
like local ones where you're just like, oh,
rope dolls.
yeah. I'm like, this is kind of cool. How much is it? $195. Never mind. I respect
You
that
have
you
financing.
Yeah, I respect that you made this, but I'm gonna go eat cheese curds until I have diarrhea in a porta potty.
Which isn't really any different if you were to eat anything else on any other day. Moving on, we have a college professor who gave his students the option of a 16-second dance in front of the whole class or a 15,000-word paper. I think I'm choosing the dance every time.
Who wouldn't?
I don't know. People who are embarrassed. People who have a hard time getting in front of people.
You know how many words 15,000 is?
I think I'd probably do like 30 seconds of the Napoleon Dynamite dance.
You could literally do anything for 30 seconds.
I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is, pretty ridiculous, first of all. Do the dance. Get it over with. 15 seconds? I want to see the kids who chose the paper. Probably a bunch of nerds. Probably teacher's pet. Probably
Someone
visited
that
the professor this week.
That already had the paper written.
She probably hawked Tuah, the professor, and still wrote the paper for an A.
I don't know. Nothing really comes up like that even at the college.
How many college professors are exchanging sexual favors for good grades in modern day?
I feel like it's more than you think. Because, like, there's so many, like, teachers' assistants at these big-ass schools where it's like, they have 500 kids in this class and they have 5 teaching assistants. And it's just all day long. And teacher assistants, like, this girl didn't do anything besides get plowed by a guy
show
named...
her my TA face.
Yeah, a guy named Drew or... Nick.
Well, then with college, it's not. I mean, you'll get fired in a heartbeat.
Oh, 100%. But if
it's
you're
not
a TA,
illegal
you're making
because
$1,200
even if you are the professor, because I mean, if you're in college, 99.9% chance that you're 18, legal adult age in America. And so, if you bang your teacher, it is not illegal.
it's
You
frowned
think about
upon.
that?
Frowned upon, but not illegal.
Oh, I do all sorts of things that are frowned upon. Are they illegal? Probably also yes.
Now that I think about it,
yeah, also illegal, but we don't need to bring that up. 15-second dance for me. And I'll even give him an extra 15 seconds. I will rehearse and choreograph the Napoleon Dynamite scene where he dances. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Go check that one out on YouTube. Because
16
you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, 16 seconds is just the biggest
15.
layup to do. 15 seconds. Why did I go to 16
I don't
minutes?
know. I'm not
yeah.
really sure.
I mean,
did that.
I wrote like 10,000 word research
Did you use
paper.
Chat GPT?
If I existed, and I found basically every way to cheat in college. If Chat GPT existed, I would have even done less work.
Yeah. The fact that you got a college degree,
Jordan, don't fucking...
it's really astonishing stuff.
Okay. Yep.
It's really inspirational.
Yep.
Let's keep removing.
Yeah, let's get into
Episode
something
206.
that we actually like talking about is bars. And if you look at the rundown, this bar, I think if you scroll down a little bit, there's a bar in Wisconsin that
Scroll down.
it is called Rookies, and it has a full-on functional wiffle ball field attached to it. which might be one of the more fun things I've ever seen.
When's the last time you played wiffle ball? Let me ask you that.
Actually, probably like 10 years ago. But wiffle ball is really fun.
It's not fun when you can't hit the ball because you suck.
But it's actually pretty easy to hit the ball with wiffle ball.
Who's on the mound? Are they throwing some cheddar?
It's hard to throw really fast with the wiffle ball. It like
It's
cuts.
not about throwing fast, Matt. It's about the nastiest curveball you've ever seen.
So we used to play in an old hockey rink, and we'd set folding tables up behind it and tape a strike zone onto it.
Yes.
And then you'd play going one way in a hockey rink. So if you hit it into the netting, it was a home run. But you could also
Dinger.
like throw and hit them with the ball. But we played with these things called junk balls that were like a normal wiffle ball, but you would just like you could turn the inside of it and you could throw like a 6-foot curveball, but you couldn't tell what they were gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And it was
You think wiffle ball's fun until you whiff on 3 in a row, strike 3, you're out.
until you've had 16 beers and you're playing in left field and you're just
Yeah.
running into the wall. But like this would be so much fun to do.
What's the legitimacy of this field? I see pictures about it.
It looks like something off of Sims, kind
Yeah,
of.
it looks like if you're previewing a field in backyard baseball on the PC. This looks fake. This looks AI. Is this chat GPT generated?
It very well could be, but I think it's a good idea, and I think that
Some Tums.
concept bars need to make a comeback. Can you grab me a beer while you're over there? Thank you. I think I think concept bars need to make a comeback though. Like there's so many ideas that could happen.
I agree. It's been a while since this town had a titty club, and boy, do we need one.
Jordan, strip clubs are not concept bars.
The concept is they're naked.
I guess that is true, but can you drink at strip clubs in North Dakota?
Why not?
No, that's true.
How do you think I'm supposed to come in my pants if I'm sober?
Probably pretty easily, actually. I think like something like bocce ball could
Don't
be
mention
cool.
a game of Quidditch around me. Concept bars. All right. John Taffer.
Bocce ball could be cool, but there's a lot of them. Like
No. The bocce ball.
bocce ball is fun.
Yeah, but you need to play what I call landscape bocce ball, where you're kind of like roaming around like a campground or the lake cabin area. If you have a concept bar with bocce ball, it's just going to be the 2 lanes of sand, and you're essentially just throwing back and forth. It's just cornhole, but with heavier balls and sand. I don't like that.
That's true. I'll agree with that. I mean, it could
It's like
get
horseshoes.
pretty-
You realize horseshoes and cornhole and stationary bocce ball, they're all the same thing. They're just different ways of doing it.
I mean, because we have golf simulator bars, but I think like there's room for a cool bar that's not like. Have you heard of like mini bowling is cool to have in bars? Remember the time we were down in Arizona?
I really
and
don't like it.
We spent most of the time at that. Actually, this was kind of a concept bar. It had go-karts in it, and we got kicked off immediately. But we were betting on other people mini bowling. Like, I like that to be an option at a bar, not just at like a sporting goods store.
Sorry, I had to get that tum down.
Did you swallow it whole?
No. I was trying to think of something, too, to say. I don't have a whole lot. Barcades. We already have one of those.
We do. I love barcades though. Like when I'm in other cities, I go to one in Omaha, and it's like the. Have you ever played skee ball like against someone that's not very good at skee ball too?
I love skee ball.
It's so fun. We'd play like 2 hours of it every time I go to Omaha.
The worst is when you go to a barcade, though, and then the game you want to play doesn't even work. And it's just kind of like, what's going on here? I don't like this. That's what happened to me last time. I was losing. We were hemorrhaging quarters. And it was like we just kept pumping quarters into this thing that didn't work.
I didn't realize, like, growing up, like, Arctic Thunder, or Hydro Thunder, the game vibrates so much. Like, I played it semi-recently, like 4 years ago.
It's fully torqued.
And, like, I came up and, like, my body was still, like, gyrating from it. But it's so fun. Like, Barcades, that's a good one. I was going to say a ping pong bar.
Here's one. So you go in and it's usually dark, and then naked chicks come dance on you.
Jordan, that's a strip club.
Oh, okay. There's a stage. They dance with a pole. Very limited clothing.
Still a strip club.
Okay.
All
you can eat shrimp and disco night every other Tuesday.
Still a strip club. But honestly, any place that has an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet and tits, I'm in.
Jahungas?
I think I talked about this a long-ass time ago on this podcast. A strip club strip mall where it's like 5 different strip clubs that get progressively more expensive.
Yeah.
And like nicer. So it's like you got the greasy ones where it's like trailer park themed strip club, and then all the way up until like a lot of money.
Blue chips?
Yeah. Or like themed ones where it's like you like old bags, here's that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Rim jobs, here you go. That one.
Hawk Tuahs, go over here. Yeah, I was gonna say something like that, but then I didn't want to get back into
after one
segregation. It's just like Asians, blacks, whites, Latinos. It's like
after 1 week, all the strip clubs just turn into full-on whorehouses. Damn it!
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the idea. You ever talk to somebody who's dated a stripper? Yes,
yeah, I have for sure.
I knew the answer to that. Very interesting concept. Turns out these people have lives outside of showing their tits, and it's really interesting stuff. You know, big hearts. They got big hearts. That's what I'll say.
Full hearts. Eyes closed. Can't lose.
Eyes closed. Who's in my mouth? Okay, what else do we have? Wiffle ball. I'm telling you, man, it's not as fun as you think. We'll have to go check that one out. Work friends. Delaware. I'm in Delaware. Have you seen that scene in Wayne's World?
I haven't seen Wayne's World in like 10 years.
I think it's Wayne's World 2 where they get in their new studio and they do a skit where like they show a state and then they're supposed to act like it. So they do like Texas and like Hawaii, and then then Delaware comes up there like, Delaware. I'm in Delaware. No, I was just hanging out with some friends and made me realize, have you ever been with a friend who like works in a completely different industry or to just completely different company, and they bring one of their work buddies around? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And they have a bond that can never be, repeated between you and your original friend. The work friend brings a whole nother atmosphere that you're not ready for. You know, they're making safety protocol jokes. You know, they're making a goggle joke. It's like I want a goggle joke.
Or they talk about something that's so inside joke that like literally only 2 people on the planet that know what they're talking about is those 2 people.
Yeah, and the whole time, how about Ron? That guy's a real piece of shit. And they're like, yeah, he is.
Ron,
and then like you're trying to get in there, like fuck Ron.
You're trying to like weasel your way to. You're like, most of the time I just sit back and like 14 whiskey cokes, please. Then I can maybe see into the future and figure this one out.
But yeah, your friend bringing a work friend around, you're kind of in that third wheel situation. You're really jealous of the bond that they have, and you want the inside jokes as well. You want to be part of them. You're not, but you want to be. I noticed that the other day, and it is so true. They will be talking shit about somebody that they work with, and they'll just be having a gay old time, and they'll just be ripping into them, having a good time, just really shitting on their name. And like you're just kind of sitting there like, yeah, you know what? You know what?
The best part about that,
Sam does seem like a real piece of shit.
it's like when they're talking about this guy Travis they work with, who's just a world-class piece of
if
shit.
you work with a Travis,
Tough break.
yeah, put in the resig now.
I love
resignation.
Yeah, I got that. I love when you actually meet that person and like the only thing you know about them is from what your friend and their work friend has said, and none of it was nice.
Yeah, or you do drugs in front of them, and they're like, if I didn't get tested, I would do drugs too. And you're like, well, let me know when you don't get tested for drugs, and then we will do them together.
I remember
That wasn't me. That was just an example.
one joke I have that totally never happened to me was when like your boss walks in and be like, hey, do we drug test? And they're like, not really. Why? No reason.
Is that always, say you're job hunting and it's just on your mind of do they drug test or not? Is that a dead giveaway to ask? Is the drug test to get the job? Is it not so much to see what the results are? Is it just a weeding out process, a filtering process where they're like, if this person's dumb enough to ask if we actually drug test, then we know they do drugs.
Yeah. I think that's kind of it. That has to be it. I mean, the workplaces now, I feel like, don't really drug test unless there's an incident. Unless you work for the government, I don't think they're going to drug test.
Oh, we're going to talk about some drug-related incidents pretty soon here. I'm excited about it. But, yeah, if you have to ask if they're drug testing, I think you may just want to maybe look for a different job.
I did have a friend one time. So for about 2 years, I was pissing into a water bottle for him.
Okay.
And he would give me a case of beer when I was like 17.
You were off the drugs at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always off the drugs, but...
Are you, though?
But, so, like, I didn't see him for like 3 years. He went and got a job, and then I was like, oh, hey,
you
man.
just used your piss and then left?
For like 2 years, yeah. It was like every month I would just pee in a water bottle and give it to him, and then he would...
That's all the bond you guys had? There was no friendship there?
Turns out, yeah, we weren't friends at all, but I saw him like 3 years later, and I was like, hey, man, how's it going? He's like, just had to quit my job, so I'm looking for something else. I'm like, why'd you have to quit your job? He's like, they told me I was going to get drug tested, and I didn't want to fail it, so I just quit. And I was like, you know what? That might be power move of the century.
Was he like, you still got clean piss? Because I'm going to need a fresh batch. You're like a moonshine dealer. You're meeting in back alleyways, just handing them a bottle of some liquid, and it's just your urine. You're like, dude, I'm sorry.
I am so dehydrated.
I had some asparagus for dinner, and I didn't even think about it. That's my bad. If I was giving somebody I've never been asked for my piss for obvious reasons, but if I were to be asked and be able to supply them with the clean urine that they're after, I'm definitely having asparagus. I'm definitely doing something to just make it a very unpleasant experience for that person as a joke.
Is pineapple something?
I believe that's for your semen. Don't quote me on that. But, the urban myth is that when you eat pineapple, it makes your semen taste better. Once again, I don't know that at all. I definitely didn't taste test.
I didn't go to a bar and order a flight of semen. Not going to do that again.
But to chase it with the pineapple, they're like, that's not how you do that. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. That's what that is. Rat or frog.
Okay. This has been kind of going around the internet that every dude either looks like a rat or like a frog.
Oh, God. What do I look like?
You're a rat.
I look like a rat?
I'm definitely a frog.
I'll take the rat, I guess.
Like, name any person ever.
Tobey Maguire.
Rat.
Jeff Gordon.
Rat.
A kid from elementary school named Cody. That's all I'm going to say.
Rat. Or next to Chernobyl.
Yeah, he is pretty rat-like. Remember when I told you that our two old friends should have a podcast together? What would they be?
Are you freaking kidding me? Would be a frog.
Wait, who's that? Oh, okay, yeah. Are you freaking kidding me? Somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Reverse Roadhead, I think, would be a frog.
Okay.
And then
I thank this guy. I'd have about a quarter of my jokes are just from this guy.
and Traffic Yields would be would be a rat.
What about O.J. Simpson?
And it doesn't work with black people.
Oh, it doesn't?
Oh no, but OJ's a frog. He's a frog.
What about Jake Gyllenhaal?
Rat.
What about Vin Diesel?
Frog.
Paul Walker?
Rat.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
That's a tough one, actually.
He's a piece of shit actor. That's what he is. Go John Cena. Team Cena.
Okay, I will say that I was gonna get mad because I do like a lot of The Rock's movies, but John Cena I feel like is a better actor.
I've been saying it for at least 2 months. At least.
John Cena though might be too pigeonholed into wrestling that because The Rock, I feel like a lot more people know him as an actor. John Cena, other than his like cameo in Psych.
But he's a double threat. He started as a wrestler. Now he's an actor.
Dave Bautista is the one that is like, I'm trying to get out of this wrestling stereotype. It's like,
I gotta find mama.
I gotta take a shit. Yeah, you want to tuck that lip in. You don't want to get caught in a tripwire.
I think that's the second week in a row where you've quoted that exact
Yeah, Jordan, it's not like
line from
anyone's listening
Forrest Gump.
anyways.
Yeah, that's
Can't say damn on the airway. What else you got?
in the news. The celebrities are really taking over the mugshots. Stating the obvious here, we started with Hawk Tuah. Now let's finish with Justin Timberlake. The two hottest things on the internet lately. Justin Timberlake, he got a DWI the other day in the Hamptons, I believe. The cop pulled him over, said his eyes were bloodshot and glossy. A strong odor of alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath. He was unable to divide attention. He had slow speech, unsteady of foot. Okay.
Maybe he's just dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. He pleaded not guilty. And yeah, his mugshot surfaced. I mean, the dude looked stoned. Would be a word I would
say
describe.
lights on, nobody home. Was that Lil Dicky playing bingo?
Maybe. All right, I got the picture here. He kind of just looks like an influencer looking into a ring light.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, he looking awfully skinny. His eyes are glossy, a little bit red. He looks tired. You know, me, I actually do pretty well, except my dead giveaways, my eyes are glossy. / the lights are on, nobody's home look. Not great. Not great. Dead giveaway. It's
If I stop
fatal flaw.
talking at the end, that's usually when you know I'm just a potato.
No, what Matt's dead giveaway is he tries to talk, just not making a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
But he's making enough sense where you can like kind of follow, and you're like, wait, you want to go to Boot Barn right now and order a handkerchief? Oh, I mean, they're closed, but we can sure try.
you tried to order a ham sandwich when they came around for last call. Weird thing is, they gave it to you.
Yeah, JT. And then he also had a concert the very next day where he still looked pretty twacked out. What's your opinion or take on that? Do you think he was still fucked up? 'Cause did you see the footage?
I didn't see the footage, the concert footage they have.
It was like a day or two after his DWI.
Oh,
He was like in the crowd and he looked just like he did in his picture.
I mean, maybe
really fucked up.
Maybe he looks like that. He's just kind of this glossy dude. He's probably like 50 now.
Yeah, I'm bringing DUIs back. Yeah.
What if instead of I'm bringing sexy back, it's just like I'm bringing DUIs back?
Yeah, Matt, that's what I was just referring to. You ding dong. Sorry, I yelled. here's my only defense I have for JT at his concert is, I mean, if you just got a DWI and you're all over the internet, I can't imagine you're sleeping very well. So maybe he just had a couple bad nights of sleep, you know. Really a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of anxiety. It'll keep the mind racing at night. And if I were to defend JT, Justin Timberlake, that's what I would say, is that he just didn't have a very good sleep for a few nights there post DWI. I mean, if I woke up one morning and my face was all over the internet, I probably wouldn't take it very well.
My favorite part about the whole thing is right away it came out that he was like his blood test came back in record time and he had like every amount of drugs and poppers in his system, and poppers.
He also had a HIV medication of sorts in there. Where the fuck does this go?
It's like Truvada.
Were you a JT fan going into this?
Oh yeah, dude, I love Justin Timberlake.
I also was and still am. I mean, I'm gonna stand.
His SNL bits are next level. The movie In Time with him, also great.
You know what? They're only human. Okay. Where does it tell us about all the HIV medication in his system?
I think that was just a rumor.
Was it?
Yeah, because I looked up the talk screen, like hoping to find the poppers thing, and yeah, that was fake.
So he doesn't have HIV.
No, he had.
All right, you heard it here first on No Brains, No Headache. Justin Timberlake does not have HIV. And moving on to other celebrities, Matt, you were kind enough to share this with me earlier. Sandlot star pleads guilty to throwing dumbbell at neighbor's Jeep. This is a juice. This is a big one. Smalls from the movie The Sandlot. Real name, Thomas Geary. Go with that. He pleaded Monday to third-degree assault and battery, malicious injury to personal property, and public disorderly conduct. This was earlier in June where South Carolina police were called for a disturbance call, and they learned that Smalls threw a 35-pound dumbbell weight at his neighbor's Jeep.
If anything, it's impressive.
That is impressive.
35 pounds is nothing to just to throw as a projectile.
And just a brutal mugshot.
Oh,
the poor child stars, they get portrayed probably in the worst light because, they're in movies, they're famous, they got these prominent roles, they're looking good, youthful, cute. I don't know if I've seen a single child star who, when you see them when they're older, I automatically assume some sort of drug abuse,
or if they're Nickelodeon sexual abuse.
Some sort of abuse happened that really took a toll on the aging process.
I'm trying to think what else, if he was in anything else. He was in Lassie.
He was in Black Hawk Down, I'm pretty sure.
Black Hawk Down.
Was he in there?
Yep. Mystic River.
Let's see. Can't think of anything else.
The Revenant.
Really?
There was a Roe v. Wade movie.
Wow.
Bunch of episodes of Law and Order just playing a different criminal.
Love it.
And CSI and Elementary, Chicago Justice. Yeah, basically they needed someone to play a criminal.
They called up Smalls.
Yeah. And then he's
You're killing me, Smalls. No, seriously, you're playing a murderer this week, and it's gory.
Maybe he was just method acting. He's done it at least a half a dozen times.
Yeah, maybe he had PTSD, thought he was on set of CSI or whatever, and
maybe he's just
tossed a weight through the neighbor's Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I'm on an upcoming episode of Criminal Minds, so if you don't mind, I'm going to destroy some of your property.
Maybe if that person had a Cybertruck, there wouldn't have been any damage. Maybe it's the neighbor's fault.
Exactly.
Do we ever think about it that way? No. But we should have. We'll give Smalls a break. Because he is America's sweetheart. And we need to have his back.
Is he, though?
Him and Justin Timberlake, we're here for them. And we need to support them. Okay? Justin Timberlake didn't make a cameo in The Social Network just for his fame and popularity to go down the drain when he got one little DWI in June of 2024, okay? He was really fucked up. He made a mistake. He's still probably fucked up right now. To this day, as I'm saying these words, probably still high on the drugs. That's usually what happens.
That's when you know you have a good night. I remember in college, I had a breathalyzer, and we were doing this thing that you'd say, like, who can blow numbers the next day without drinking.
Yeah.
And I think Jordan did it at, like, 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Which is wild.
When the alcohol hits the blood, it's like a concrete mixer, you know, it just kind of lingers.
It really isn't, though.
Okay. It's like a rattlesnake getting a hold of you, and your blood just turns into booze. But Smalls, we have to be watching out for him. We need to be keeping him in our T's and P's. Because guess what? Now he's got to switch up his whole exercise routine because he is missing a 35-pound weight dumbbell. Okay, do you think that's easy? Trying to work out and trying to get fit, and all of a sudden you're missing a dumbbell because it's in evidence down at the local police station? No, it's not.
That's 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, he's going to have to figure out a whole different workout routine. He's either going to have to lower his weight or increase it. Hello, 30s. Hello, 40s. And I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about dumbbell weights for Smalls because he threw it at his neighbor's Jeep. Do we know what kind of Jeep it is?
I'm assuming it's a Grand Cherokee.
I'm assuming Grand Cherokee as well. Because I don't know why you throw a 35-pound dumbbell weight at a different kind of Jeep. Because those ones are stupid. They're not even worth the energy it takes to throw a 35-pound dumbbell weight.
You know your acting career is not going where you thought it would if you're living in South Carolina.
That is rough. We need to keep that in mind. Smalls is in South Carolina. That's not where The Sandlot was shot and filmed. It was actually in Utah. Fun fact. But it takes place in Southern California. Why am I ranting like this? I don't know. I just feel like as Americans, especially right now, we're coming up on the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, by the way. And we're talking about The Sandlot. And we're talking about half-eaten hot dogs out of the garbage can. Okay, you want to do what you want to do, and you get to do what you want to do because this is America. And when the lead actor of The Sandlot gets in trouble for throwing the 35-pound dumbbell weight at his neighbor's Jeep Grand Cherokee in South Carolina, we need to come together as a nation and have his back. And that's what I'm starting here today. Okay, here in the No Brains, No Headache studio, I'm starting the fun for Smalls from Sandlot, who's going through a rough time because he threw a 35-pound dumbbell weight through his neighbor's Grand Jeep Cherokee in South Carolina fund.
Idea for a movie here.
And you're welcome for that.
Sandlot 4 or whatever they're on. Bring back the original cast. It's about Smalls getting out of small claims court.
Yeah, beer league.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah, into beer league. But like Benny the Jet's like an actual MLB player who just retired. I feel like
Loaded.
it's been long enough. Loaded.
Yeah.
But he comes back to play. And instead of a dog being in the yard, they play in Florida.
It's an autistic child.
I was going to say an alligator, but
That
I mean,
too.
we're pretty close. There's an autistic alligator in the other yard.
Now we're throwing in Happy Gilmore vibes.
I mean, there's something there.
I feel like there's something there. And if you donate to my fund, that's where it starts.
I did buy a book, How to Write a Screenplay for Dummies, because I'm going to write it.
That says Jeff Gordon on it.
That's
There's
Amico. It's somewhere over. Oh, yeah, it's sitting down right there. But
just collecting items. I
Yeah,
think I see some allergy medication,
a
highlighter,
a hat.
some fidget spinners. That corner honestly looks like a 13-year-old who has like a chronic masturbation problem. That looks like that kind of corner.
Nope, it's just a 30-year-old with a chronic masturbation problem.
13 going on 30 here in the old studio. Well, I hope you enjoyed my rant today. I tried my best to really pull it together, and hopefully you did enjoy said rant. If not, that's just too damn bad. I'm tired, Grandpa.
It's just too damn bad. We're going to get Shia LaBeouf out here to find this.
Yeah. Let's get Shia and these fucking yellow spotted lizards. Okay. Well, I think that's our episode this week, unless you have something else, Matt.
We can get out of here.
Next up, episode 207. Quick little note, pro tip coming at you. No episode next week, all right? I think it's like July 2nd is like the date it's supposed to come out.
High time we need a break.
Yeah, we did. Did you hear this episode just now? Did you just listen to the last 55 minutes? We are running on fumes right now. I just started a fund for the lead actor in the movie The Sandlot because they threw a 35-pound dumbbell weight through their neighbor's Jeep Grand Cherokee in South Carolina.
Make 35-pound dumbbells great again.
This shit's exhausting. What happened to the light?
I put in new light bulbs, and then I couldn't figure out how to get it on. So,
Matt, do you remember the last time you tried to change light bulbs? Hammered drunk, and there's glass everywhere.
Yeah, I broke it, so I put it over in the corner.
Okie dokie. Anyway,
it's more light. I think it's better light. We're good.
That's our episode. Next up, 207 in 2 weeks. Keep in mind we have that week off. If you're really jonesing for some No Brains, No Headache, check out the other 205 episodes or whatever it is. I mean, there's plenty to choose from.
Yep.
Check it out, Matt. How can our listeners get more involved?
Yeah, just go ahead and follow us on all social medias. You can search No Brains, No Headache. We'll come up. We are the biggest No Brains, No Headache account now, so suck it.
Nice.
And then, follow us on YouTube. You can watch every show, follow on the shenanigans, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or a rating on Spotify.
Like I said, next up, 207 in 2 weeks. Good luck to all the McQuaid participants this weekend here in Bismarck, Mandan. And happy 4th of July to everybody. Enjoy the long weekend. Enjoy your Independence fireworks. Be safe. Have fun. Next up, episode 207. Time to get Donkey Brain.
This is a freestyle off the top of the dome. Here we go. And I do it again, 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 again. I do it only once. Again, 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 again. I do it only once.
Nope.